Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your tarot and oracle reading for the week of October 16th to the 22nd, 2023. First card out for you is Come to the Edge, and this same card came out for Gemini, so you're going through some very similar things I see here. And to me, this card says come to the edge of your comfort zone and and we see here she's kind of releasing some heart-shaped petals as well, and really embracing her passions, the thing that she loves, and allowing her feelings to flow beautifully, and kind of pushing the boundaries of the comfort zone of your relationships, for example. So if you are wanting to become closer with someone, this may be pushing that a little bit and doing something new together, spending more time together. Maybe like calling them by a pet name for the first time, or like introducing them to friends or family for the first time. You know what I mean? It's like, or even like going over your first fight together, your first disagreement. That kind of pushes that comfort zone a little bit and makes you more comfortable with each other. So that is beautiful, and it doesn't just apply to relationships either. This is talking about pushing the comfort zone, pushing the boundaries in all areas of your life, any area of your life that you want more experience, more comfort in. And this could even be financial, doing more with your money, investing your money more, diversifying either your income or your investments, and pushing the boundaries more with that, pushing your comfort zone more with that. Okay, so some of you may also be having a really big a large amount of learning going on this week as a result of pushing that boundary, So yeah. This week I really wanted to get some channeled messages, do some mediumship for your spirit guides, your ancestors, and all the lovely spirits that are working with you in life. And so they're coming together to say ancestral wisdom. So this is your ancestors for sure coming through. We are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. So your ancestors are really on your side when it comes to pushing the boundaries of what your family lineage is capable of accomplishing. For example, if you're like the first person, maybe no one in your family has ever achieved like a high degree, like master's, PhD, whatever, and you're doing it. Or maybe your family was always in poverty and you're the first one to become a millionaire. Or maybe your family has a long history of drug addicts, alcoholics, and you're the first sober one. Or really bad relationships with their spouses, and you're the first one to be in a loving relationship. So I'm seeing you here actually breaking a generational curse, a generational wound, and that will require you to do your own research. Your ancestors can't necessarily support you in showing you the way to do this because they didn't do it. However, they will protect you and they will give you every single resource they can possibly muster up in order for you to do this growth, this healing on your own. Does that make any sense? So it's like, for example, if you are trying to become a business owner or like a student and you're working really hard to study, your ancestors may gift you with really cheap living arrangement or really amazing friends, like different blessings here and there, to make you going out of your comfort zone to break this generational wound a lot easier. That is your ancestors doing. So thank them for that, light a candle for them, and acknowledge all of the help and protection that they are giving you, because it goes far more than you even realize. They've protected you from things that you didn't even know was a threat to you. So all right, beautiful message there. They're saying, we got your back. We got your back, boo. All right. This is your postcard from your spiritual team. If you want a screenshot, I'm going to read it out loud. Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built, yes? A good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too, in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it's built from a solid base, whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation, dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is the true this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general sight check to ensure that your hard work is being well supported. Oh, so your spirit team is saying, hey, like, instead of focusing so much on the house itself, on your relationships, on your success, on this outwardly appearance of success, check back in with the foundation, make sure that's right. All right, that's what they're supporting you in right now. Do this and know that you are building a life on a perfect and solid, sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. So that's a really beautiful message, actually. This week is a week of building up that foundation. Now, all of you watching, this will look totally different. Like your health, for example, may be struggling for a few of you. Your foundation there is weak. You know, you have no energy to build all this extra stuff in life off of because you don't have the energy. And so a part of fixing the cracks in the foundation may be making little tweaks and changes to your habits so that you have more energy and more health to build off of. This could also be financial and getting your financial situation under control and making the money that you need to in order to support yourself. And from there, you know, you could build a lot more other things like happy, healthy home, relationships, etc., travel, whatever you want. All of that little extra stuff that you're craving comes after the foundation is laid. Okay, so we're gonna get 6 tarot cards this week from the Tarot del Toro. First card out for you is the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, so for a lot of you guys, this crack in your foundation will be found in your financial life or in your health and energy levels, okay? This could also, I mean, can for some of you be talking about relationships. There may be cracks in the foundation of those relationships, such as trust, good communication, etc., you know? And it's like, wherever there are cracks in the foundation, I can't tell you exactly what it is because it will look different for all of you. So pay attention to whatever is coming to your mind as we do this reading. That's what needs to be focused on this week. That's what we're seeing here. All right. Second card out is the Fool. Wow, a brand new start. This is a really happy card, really exciting card because it does show you starting something completely brand new and being able to travel lightly. I feel for some reason that is a key point that's coming out here, traveling lightly. So some of you may be actually letting go of anything that's heavy on you at this time, or just sort of like a distraction. You can't offer a certain friendship, relationship, job, whatever, the time and energy it requires because your own foundation is a little shaky right now. And so you may let that go so you don't even have to worry about it. And then you'll have more energy, focus, and time to fix your foundation. Does that make sense? That's what I'm seeing here. And it's from doing that a whole new beginning opens up for you. And things become a lot more effortless when you have like a sort of minimalistic approach in life like that. Like there's not a million people you need to worry about, a million responsibilities and things you need to do all around you. It's like you're letting go, traveling lightly in this world. What does that mean? I keep wanting to explore that deeper. Like, think of traveling lightly as not having a lot of deep attachments, okay? For example, if you have like deep relationships with people that you feel so attached to, so responsible for caring for, and like, I need to stay in this location to care for these relationships, that is like kind of weight on you, right? Now, if you have like a whole home filled with so many different objects that you own, those are also attachments. You're attached to all these objects, making sure that they're clean, that they're working, that they're fixed, they're repaired, whatever. And so I am kind of seeing here this vision of like having so many attachments and like freeing yourself from them and traveling more lightly in the world. And it almost like increases your power. When you do focus on something, it is a lot more powerful because your energy isn't being spread so thin, connected to all these people and things and responsibilities. Okay, think of like attachments as something that drains, or not drains, takes a little bit of your life force energy. So when you have all these attachments going in different areas, like and you really want one specific area to grow faster, it's not going to grow that fast because your energy is being pulled in all these different directions. Now, that's not necessarily always a bad thing, because it's not a bad thing to have attachments if those attachment cords, those energy cords, are giving you either the same amount of energy back or more amount of energy back. For example, having a really fulfilling relationship or friendship, where you do give to that person, but they give back as well, equal to or more than you do. Like, that can really boost you up. So I don't know, you get what I'm saying? Pay attention to the attachments that you have in your life, the energy cords. We see you traveling more lightly this week. So you may have recently released a lot of attachments, or feel guided to release some attachments. Third card out, we have the 8 of Swords, which is feeling stuck in your circumstances, which is changeable energy. Okay, I definitely just, I keep going back to like this feeling of releasing, letting go, and making life simpler. All right, I want to see the second row. Fourth card out, we have the Hermit in reversed. Wow. Yeah, some of you may be separating yourself from the attachment of certain relationships, for sure. Also, I feel guided to say, like, I'm getting this theme of like depending a lot of your happiness off of friendships and relationships. That may be a theme, a habit that you've been seeing in your life. And right now you're really being called to grow your own personal solid foundation, like your health, your personal finances, your personal well-being. And I feel like the universe may be kind of making the people around you a bit busy. Pay attention if you feel upset, like every time you're separated from someone, you know, like say you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, best friend, and like you have a really great time together in person, and then like a few days goes by and you're like longing for them, missing them. They may be busy doing their own thing, not like living next to their phone, you know. Pay attention if you're feeling that way, because that's really actually showing that you're depending off of that person a lot for happiness. Why? You know, if your personal foundation was solid, you would be happy in and of yourself. So it wouldn't necessarily matter if they're feeling a little bit busy. Okay, does that make any sense? Spirit's wanting you to kind of shift focus towards yourself, like really towards yourself, and fixing the cracks in your foundation. We have the 5 of Wands coming out. You know, this is a card, and I believe it's coming out upright. This is a card that speaks of sort of like having I come back to the imagery of having your first fight with someone, weirdly enough. Not fight, but like disagreement or like something like that. And it actually pushes the comfort zone in your relationship and ends up making your relationship even deeper, weirdly enough. Or it really clarifies for you if they're one of these attachments that should not be in your life. But I do feel for the majority, like, well, there may be a few of you who are letting go of someone and you're trying to do it in a tactful way. And we have 2 5s here. There's a lot of change happening for you this week. There's a lot that I'm picking up on. We see a brand new beginning in your life where things feel a lot more independent. Like you are truly, similar to Gemini, entering this new chapter of your life where your personal foundation is strong. Okay, good health, good finances, a good routine, etc. Whereas before, you may have been deriving a lot of your happiness from the people around you, and may have even been taught to constantly care for everyone around yourself and put yourself last. And I feel like that is what is exiting your life. That's the mindset that is changing here. And there may be some growing pains involved with that, honestly. Like the Hermit reversed, you know, shifting your mindset may hurt, because the universe will definitely be making the people around you, it's not even like the universe is making the people around you busy. You just may accidentally be like clingy. I'm just being honest, guys. Or like you may have neglected yourself and your personal needs for so long. Your relationships may have been the band-aid to all of that, and I see this all the time in people where personally they're very unhappy, with their finances, their health, their mental health, whatever. But they care for a child, and that gives them fulfillment. That gives them a purpose to live. Or, they have a beautiful relationship, and that gives them happiness. That gives them a purpose to live. And that's not healthy. Like, straight up, that's not healthy. Okay, I'm going to be the one to say it's not healthy. And that's what you're letting go of. And that is the feeling that you may struggle with this week. But you're only struggling it with this week because you're trying to get its sticky fingers off of you and release that belief. Release that way of thinking. And work on your own solid foundation here. I hope you can do it. I think you can do it. Final card out. The Knight of Discs in reversed. Okay. Wow. Yeah, here's the thing you're going to notice. If you stay in this old mindset, the people in your life will move very slowly. And then you may even notice them kind of taking you for granted. And this is any relationship in your life. Okay, friendship, whatever. You guys should watch Gemini's reading because it's very similar energy. I was telling them, when you sort of put everyone around you first, they don't have to be a bad person, but they can take you for granted. And again, it's not a bad thing. It's like understand that other people are going to prioritize their own well-being, their own happiness, their own personal security above you. And that is how it should go. That's how you should do it as well. But because of that, I don't know, it's an energetic thing. When you're in that energy, people will move slower in relationships or take you for granted. I gave the example to Gemini of this time that I was working for a job. I was doing all of the managerial work, so much work for them, and they refused. They kept teasing me with promotion and a raise that they never gave me, and I ended up quitting, right? And you may notice situations like that in your life, sprinkled throughout your life, where people take you for granted or move your relationship very slowly when you want to move it quicker. And the reason for that is because you over prioritized other people in your life and did not prioritize your own personal well-being enough. And so this is a very sticky energy. I'm seeing black goopy energy attached to this way of living. This feels very karmic. I feel like in past lives, you may have been a caregiver or constantly, your life's happiness surrounded around someone else's life happiness, especially if you were a woman of the past, just you weren't allowed to have a job, you weren't allowed to have your own life. Everything was your husband's life and you just supported that. And you may have had children and your little hobbies, whatever, as a band-aid on top of that. So this is very sticky, karmic energy that you're working through right now, and it will be, I'm not gonna lie, it will be a little bit difficult to release this way of thinking, but this is a huge theme of this week, and I feel like it's being brought up by the eclipse that would happen on the Saturday before this week on the 14th. The new moon solar eclipse in Libra, illuminating the karmic lessons that need to be healed in your relationships. And so, yeah, you'll know, if you want to stay in this energy, you will notice people around you moving slowly, being very busy, and just overall, not really, I don't want to say disrespecting you, but not really respecting you. Whereas once you step into this energy, this new way of being that's represented by the Fool, where you're traveling more lightly and you're very selective about who gets access to you, what gets access to you, etc. And you're prioritizing your own self-care and you fix those cracks in your foundation, people will start, really respecting you to the point where it's I don't want to lose Aquarius. I don't want them to slip away from me. I should move quickly with them and lock them down, whether that's through a promotion or a good job offer or, marriage, whatever. It's you will notice people respecting you more. And it all is stemming from you respecting yourself more and prioritizing yourself more. So beautiful message. I see this message coming through strongly, not just for you, but for a lot of people in the collective, especially divine feminine energies at this time. So it's going to be a very healing, transformative week for you. Okay, and this energy will last, like I said to Gemini, 6 months minimum. All right, this lesson of you becoming more independent, fixing those cracks in your foundation, and learning to stand strong on your own, and cultivating more respect and people coming to you. Even in your goals, I see you may have had goals moving very slowly. It's like it all stems back to this issue. So I'm glad we just were able to channel some very direct answers from the universe that I feel like bloomed into various problems that you may have been experiencing in life. So now you can heal from it, which is amazing. So thank you guys for joining me. Like this video, comment how it resonated with you down below, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs this week as well. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.